Hey, what's up, Patriots? Today's Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Happy New Year. This is day 1092, however. Since free speech died in Washington, D.C., I would say. We're going to cover, this is J6 News updates and chat. Let's get some chat going in here. And then we're going to talk about some news. So last night at Freedom Corner, it was Vigil number 518 there on Freedom Corner in Washington, D.C. And the night started off with Dwight. Dwight gave us a prayer. Every night we're meeting down there at the Vigil at the D.C. jail. And there's a cemetery on one side and a prison on the other and a dead end straight ahead. And it's surrounded by cops. And people come there to hate on us. That's their entertainment in life. Hey, how's it going, Patriots? All right, third of its kind. Jerry, how's it going, bud? Carol Burton, Hilda Bechtel, Deb Vi, hello, Docs and Grandma. Carol Burton. All right, thanks for joining me, Patriots. Last night, it was the first day of the year, so Nicole naturally gave us a Happy New Year greeting. We got a phone call from Taylor Jonatakis, one of the thinking guys. This guy's a thinker, man. And we got to talking about what an injustice this is. And 2024 is going to be a good year. We need it to be a good year. And there's things happening all over the place that make it sound like a good year, even though the entire news media and the globalists and everyone's against making America great again, but I think it's going to happen, Patriots. But when this is all over, Taylor's saying the government must regret the DOJ busting 1,300 people for standing up for the free speech at the Capitol. The DOJ just came after its own people for doing their constitutional right, their constitutional duty to do what they do when they see our government being compromised. And it's being compromised all over the place. Oh. All right, Jane, thank you. All right, Kim, our prayers are with you. We're glad David's home with Jesus. I mean, his pain is over. And you comforted him for so long, Kim. All right, we're praying for you, Kim. May you find peace. That's Kim's brother, David, passed away. Thanks for that, Jane. All right. So yeah, man, when we get through all this, there needs to be some pain on the other side, is what I'm saying. A system without mercy is without grace, Taylor says. And that's words, beautiful words right there, says it all. Our system should have some grace in it. We're believers in a graceful God. We are forgiven of our sins. There must be a course to rehabilitation. And it's got to have mercy and it's got to have grace. And the system has none of that right now. And then also Taylor Jonatakis said, we got to be the change. We got to be the people that do it. Our elected officials aren't doing it. How many times do we got to watch them do nothing? And I think those days are over, Patriots. It's us or nobody. Nobody's coming to the rescue unless we rescue ourselves. Then Nicole got up and said how all these cases that are going through the court system in D.C. in this bubble of brainwashed jury pool members is setting a precedent, okay? They're charging people with enhanced misdemeanors and trumped up charges and multiplying the charges on it. One of the guys had an example. It's as if you go buy 2 beers at the bar and then you go to pay your bar tab, and the guy goes, "Oh, that's 4 beers you bought." You know, it's the 2 same beers. You can't charge him twice for it. So that's just, you know, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It made more sense when he told it anyways. That was Taylor. Man, it might have been Mark Brew with the beer, going to the bar and buying beers analogy. I can't remember. So yeah, these cases are setting precedents that are going to be followed in the future for not just J6 crimes, but for all other crimes. The way that they can enhance these cases and inflate the charges against people. It's a bad precedent to be setting, and they're getting away with it in the bubble of DC because it's a state, I don't know what it is. It's something of its own over there. It's not like the rest of the country. Dissent is not against the law, and that's how Nicole summed it up. We're allowed to disagree. We're encouraged to disagree. Disagreeing about things is healthy and common, you know, it's not unusual. So, and that's what we were doing. We're showing our dissent on January 6th against the fraudulent election. That evidence is coming out all over the place that it was true. So, you know, the world is going to see that we were right. These guys in jail are in prison because of a corrupt justice system. Everyone's going to lose faith in the justice system now. Like we all lost faith in our doctors during COVID. I'm losing faith in the justice system. So that's not good. That's not what a good, healthy country does. You know, that's just not a good thing. We got to be the change, though. Brian Jackson got on and Curtis Tate got on. They were yucking it up pretty good, and in between laughs, it was all this makes them stronger. All this pain we're going through makes us stronger. He's saying, you know, he's going through hell right now in that prison, but this is all making him stronger. Then we got a call from Mark Brew. Sherry took the call from Mark Brew last night, and we got into a thing called the memorandum. Okay. The memorandum is pretty exciting here. Gateway Pundit, I think's got a thing in there about that. The memorandum is 231 military personnel, serving and retired, making a promise to the Americans, to us Americans, that they will do everything lawfully to stop the willful destruction of our military by its own leadership. Okay? What we see is everything is rotten at the top, okay? The FBI is rotten at the top. The DOJ is rotten at the top. The military is rotten at the top. These are men who took an oath to defend this world, the Constitution, from enemies, foreign and domestic, recognize that there's a rot at the top of the military, and they are promising us, the American public, that they will do everything that they can lawfully do to stop the willful destruction of our military. That's the line in the sand, all right? If they fail, guess what happens? That means that there is no recourse lawfully to rein in the rot at the top. So things just got a little hotter in America, didn't it? And that was interesting talking with Sherry and Mark Brew. Sherry's a veteran, had a lot of insight into that, being a military person. He also mentioned a Gateway Pundit letter from the J6ers. It might be out today by now, and he said it's coming out soon, about all the crimes that these prisons have done against the J6ers. A summation of a lot of the abuse that has occurred and torture and stuff that they've used on these guys. And it's unfortunate that that letter will come out on the Gateway Pundit, because isn't the Gateway Pundit still blocked in Congress and the Pentagon? So our own government isn't even allowing them to get this news about the Gateway Pundit article that it talks about crimes against American people in our prison system. It's just how do you censor the internet in the Capitol? It's just insane. It's insane. It's insane. Sherry did the roll call, and it's heavy duty, man. Reading that roll call, man, I did it I think twice, man, and it tears me up every time I read that thing. Jeff Sable called in. He had Dominic Box alongside, did the national anthem. Guy sounded great. Then they were talking about this Epstein flight list. Maybe we'll talk about that here shortly. Nicole brought up Nostradamus predictions for 2024. She said something about a naval battle, climate disaster, great floods, and a new pope. So, yeah. But it was really funny hearing Mickey heckling Nicole while she was giving that information. So God bless you, Patriots at the Freedom Corner, man. Thank you for being there for us and broadcasting it out that we can all watch this, man, and get involved. Please get involved, America, like Jeff Sable says every night. Please get involved, America. All right. That's it for Freedom Corner. What do we got going on in the chat? Prayers for Kim. Prayers for Kim, man. Amen, Cleo. Okay, all right. Here, Sunkist has got some news about Silly for Him. Silly, we're praying for you. Silly for Him is off her RA or rheumatoid arthritis meds while on the antibiotics. Physical therapy is helping her to keep her joints from getting stiff. Yeah, you got to keep moving, Range of motion, keep moving. I went skiing with this guy. He was like 82 years old, was a World War II, one of them 10th Mountain Division guys. He said the key to life is you just keep moving. Thanks for that information there, Sunkist. Tammy, I don't know if I'm going back to DC. It's day by day over here. Not for J6, no. I'm not going back for J6. I'm going to do something here. Hey, Silly for Him is listening. All right. We're glad you're better. We're glad you're back. Take your time. Take it easy, Silly. Take it easy. Pace yourself. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of news here. Oh, a plane. What's about a plane, Julius? Julius has always got the scoop. Okay, let's talk about that list. That list is still not released, okay? And technically, I read all the names on that list 4 years ago, right? It was leaked out a long time ago. Nothing's going to happen from it. It's a distraction. Pay no attention to the list. It's going to come out. It's going to be all the sicko Hollywood people, all the sicko rock and roll stars on there. And then there's going to be redacted names, and that's probably going to be Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton. And, you know, we had this information 4 years ago, at least. And it's a joke. It's a joke, man. Nothing's going to happen. People, they're not doing anything in D.C. for us. They haven't done anything for us in a long time in D.C. They're not going to save us, man. And no list is going to make 50 of them lose their jobs. Okay, cool. All right, we got some earthquake stuff going on. Japan and California, there was this weird rogue wave that came up on the beach in around LA, I believe. And then there was tsunami warnings in Japan. Japan had a 7.6 earthquake, and Southern Cal was a 4.1 earthquake. So now we got people reporting earthquakes in DC. We got them rattled. That's their knees shaking over there. man, Marines. Where was that KA? Do you know location on that? All right, I'm gonna have to catch up on some stuff there then. Oh yeah, massive. Yeah, Bill didn't go there on his own. He went there with the whole entourage, I'm sure. So yeah, I mean, how long have we known that though? We've known that. And nothing's been done about it. Years have gone by and nothing's been done about it. Okay, we got another weird thing going on with this swatting. Have you guys heard about that? Over the Christmas holidays, like it's the thing now to call an emergency, say, I just killed my wife and I'm gonna kill myself, and then you leave the address and you're at somebody's house. Well, this happened now to George Soros. It's happened to Senator Rick Scott in Florida. It's happened to John Paul Mac Isaac. Remember the dude who, the Hunter laptop computer shop guy? It happened to him. Georgia Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, it just happened to. George Washington University Professor Jonathan Turley. 3 Ohio reps. 4 Georgia reps. The mayor of Boston. Marjorie Taylor Greene and her daughters, both her daughters' house. Representative Brandon Williams in New York. Jack Posobiec's parents, who's a newscaster guy, Jack Posobiec, his parents got swatted. So, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? Okay. That's just something very unusual, and all of a sudden it's happening, like as of last week. And I don't know what to make of it yet. It could be good, it could be bad. I don't know, man. It sounds like it's happening to a lot of good people, but I could see it happening to George Soros being a good thing, you know? So I don't know. I don't know, man. There's something going on behind the scenes also, Patriots. Let's see. Germany had a huge Muslim migrant riot over the holidays. It's all coming out about that. There's uprisings all over the world that they're not telling you about. So Patriots, we got to keep her cool. Things are happening. Things are going to make it. We're going to make it. God wins in the end. All right, so we are $32 trillion in debt, okay? Our border is wide open, and 1 million people a year are coming in over the border. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And the world is just, we either got to do something, or we're never going to have the opportunity to do it, man. We got people, I don't know how many of you know, like, all right, these Hollywood people that we have been watching on TV and we like their movies, so we think they're cool people, are actually degenerates. These are the people that have sold us out to global interests, to corporate interests. And Jane Goodall, you remember her? The lady, she was so nice and lived with the chimpanzees and stuff, and she was a scientist. Well, she's out saying now that things would be better on the earth if we had the same amount of people on the earth as we did 500 years ago. And then you go, wait a minute, there was only 500 million people on the planet back then, you know? What are you going to do with, 6.5 billion people? And these people are lunatics. They hate us. They want to get rid of us. And we're not going to let them do it. That's all there is to it. I think that's all I got today, man. Oh, let's one more thing about this Sam Bankman-Fried guy from the FTX crypto banking scandal. Remember that? A couple of weeks ago, we reported that he was found guilty on all charges. Well, apparently it wasn't all charges. There were other DOJ charges in campaign finance prosecutions that would implicate too many powerful politicians in D.C., so they dropped those charges against them. So see what they did there? See what they did there? They convicted them of a part of the crimes and put it all out on the news, and then they just let them off of all these other crimes that would implicate government people that got money from him without announcing it. So this is what they do over and over and over again. So we got to do something, and the Lord's going to lay out the path for us, Patriots. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm in. What we got to do, though, for God, we got to incite a revelation to avoid a revolution. All right, we got to wake minds up. We got to open eyes. We got to open ears. With the Lord's help, we got to do this. We got to wake people up and tell them there's a God and stuff. That's how far behind they are. They don't even know there's a God. So we're doing what we can here, Patriots. Every day we walk the path that we're led on every day. So yeah, that's about all the news I got today. I'll see you in the chats tonight, though, on Freedom Corner. Silly for him. We're glad you are feeling well. Kim, we pray that you are just going to get some rest now for a first time in a long time. Don't overdo it, man. Both of you have inspired many, many people to do what you're doing. And we can cover this for a while. You guys should just take a day off. Just, don't chat too much or something. Just take it easy, please. I know that ain't going anywhere. It's silly for him, I'm sure. All right, Patriots. I'll see you guys in the chat tonight at Freedom Corner. This is Jericho, over and out.